Wealth Builders, welcome to another real estate drive-by educational video brought to you by the Mills Funding Group LLC, an apartment acquisition and asset management company. I am your host, as always, Nick Billions, your private money surgeon, here to bring you a new video on how to find creative financing techniques and how to get them done. Let's jump right on into it. Now, as a disclaimer, I'm not a lawyer, CPA, or securities professional. This info is purely based off of personal experience and opinion and should be consulted and verified by your attorney and CPA before moving forward with any mentioned investment strategies. This information is purely educational and not intended to present or market any securities opportunities. For more of what we do and what we offer as a company, you want to go to our website at privatemoney.venecompanies.com. Okay, first is the master lease option, and what's good about this option is that often is with an owner, I should say a motivated owner, who doesn't want to pay taxes on the gain from the sale, which is a good selling point. And they're tired of being an owner, so someone's probably had the property for 20 plus years and they're just ready for a change, or they're just ready to cash out and get their time back rather than being a business owner. Also, it's for the investor in return agrees to pay a set lease payment every month. Now, this lease payment would typically be the current cash flow that the property is at. So you want to make sure that the property has some wiggle room for improvement. Typically anywhere from a 75 to 80% occupancy, so that as soon as you come in with your reserves, with your reserve money to do any upgrades, you'll come in immediately, raise rents. And also you want to make sure also too that the leases, that a lot of leases are about to be up for that particular year, so that as soon as you come in on ownership, you can raise the rents immediately, and that set lease, which is typically the cash flow that they're already making, will be the set payment every month. And anything you make extra past this set lease payment is purely yours as profit, as well as it gives you opportunity to create an option to purchase the property within a 3 to 5 year period, and it gives you time to increase your equity and your cash flow. Now, next is the owner carries a first mortgage. The owner simply becomes the bank. For example, you have a $560,000 loan at a 5% interest annually, and that's just a simple interest for the owner. Won't do any compounding, anything like that. That's just simply $2,300 a month, which is $28,000 a year for 5 years, which is $140,000 at the 5-year term. And then after that time, after getting into the property, you just pay the balloon amount from an equity refinance and obtain permanent financing, cash out the owner, and take over the property. The owner carries a second mortgage. You mix that with the principal that goes towards the purchase price, or the down payment that goes towards the purchase price. What you can do is pay, you may do a 80-10-10 setup with this, where you get an 80% loan, the owner carries a 10% second mortgage, and you also pay a 10% down payment, which can be a third position mortgage for your property. And you negotiate with the owner for low to no interest payments for the first few years, and you just simply tell them that you want to build up some equity and cash flow and a little wiggle room before you start making payments, to ensure that the payments will stay consistent during your tenure as the new owner. Next, you want to do a wraparound mortgage, where the seller gets the first and the second mortgage payments. They just play completely as the bank. Alright, now that's it right there. Like I said, real estate drive-by education at its best. For more of what we do as a company and what we offer, you want to go to our homepage at privatemoney.venecompanies.com. You want to go and subscribe to our Facebook page at facebook.com/privatemoneysavior, and you want to subscribe to our channel at youtube.com/Mills Funding Group. Again, this is Real Estate Drive-By Education brought to you by the Mills Funding Group LLC. I'm your host, Nick Billions, the Private Money Savior, and I'll talk to you soon.